Right, today we're in the Yorkshire Dales, having just done 4 hard days at the Ebor races in York, taking people to and from the course. We're going to walk from the car park at Grassington, down to Linton Falls, up to Hebden and make it into a round. So we've walked to the end of the car park and we're turning right going downhill. So we're heading forward towards them houses now. We walked down to the river but decide to turn right just for a few hundred yards to have a look at the first weir, and it looks like they're fixing a couple of Archimedes screws in on your left hand side for power. So we have a shot of that, then we turn round and we head back towards Hebden, and we'll show you as we go along. You're walking with a taxi driver today. So we just took a shot of the first weir, then we turn round and we're keeping to the left hand side of the river heading towards Hebden, and we'll see what we can find on the way. You don't cross over the bridge, but we've just crossed over just to give you a quick look at the falls. And there you can see the bridge there and people on the bridge, look. And we'll just have a steady pan round, and the water's pretty clear, a bit sort of brown with peat, I dare say. Well, because we're stood in front of the mill, I think. And there's the view, but we're crossing back over the bridge and then turning right towards Hebden. So we're back with the river on our right hand side, heading forward now. We're following the River Wharfe. As you leave the fields, couple of fields, you're going to Tarmac Road, turn right, head forward, you've got Trout Farm on your left. Just keep heading forward and the river's on your right. Just after the B&B, it goes to like a stone track there. Look to the right hand side and there's your river. You've got everybody playing out and all the kids and stuff. Walk forward a couple hundred yards along the stone path, through a gate and turn left. It's well signposted. So we've just turned left through the gate. We'll just give you a quick shot of that. 22nd of August today, sun's shining, and we're in the Yorkshire Dales, just following the little stone track. We're about 30 feet from the river. We look to our right hand side and we see a trout fisherman, so we drop down to the river level and just take a look back. So we're looking backwards now. It's a beautiful view. Slight touch of wind on, but that's not too bad. Being a nice warm day, there's plenty of people about. About a mile from Hebden now, heading forward. As we walk along, we just start to notice one or two of the leaves of a bit of colour. That conker tree there, look, just getting slightly reddy brown. You know, to say it's 2/3 of the way through August, it seems quite early. It's probably about 75 degrees today, which, you know, for August isn't too bad. But we've been promised rain tomorrow, so we might head up to Scotland, we don't know. Just keep walking forward and you'll see the bridge in the distance. So we head up towards the bridge. We've walked up to the bridge now, and we're going to turn immediate left up the hill towards Hebden. But just at the far side of the bridge, as you can see, these two kids messing about. You've got some stepping stones, so you know, if the river's low, you can go up on the stones. Looks like they're just messing about with a pallet. So there's the bridge, and we just turn left there, look. Cross the top of the field, and that brings you out to the road, and then turn right. We walk forward 100 yards. We're stood on top of the bridge going over the river, and we just take a look in the distance at the hills. Then just at the far side of the bridge, on the you turn left and follow the tiny stream on your left hand side, and it's signposted Hebden, half a mile. And you sort of walk through what looks like somebody's garden, but just keep heading forward. It is a public footpath. Walk through between two houses, straight forward, and that takes you up through the trees and the streams on your left hand side. And then on your left hand side you'll pass a fish farm. That was just a helicopter going over. And then you'll pass over a bridge with like a waterfall on your right hand side. Just keep heading forward and you'll see the path rising on your left hand side. We're at the village now. After a couple of minutes we come out onto the top road at Courtcroft Bed and Breakfast and turn right and head towards the village. So we've headed forward past the old schoolroom, which is a tea shop now, so you can get a cup of tea there. We're in Hebden, we're just looking over the wall. We'll just give you a quick look at the countryside here. We look to our left hand side and in front of you there's an old telephone box, and we've got Hebden Village Post Office, off licence and general store. So we're going there for a postcard and an ice cream. We've just got a Brymore ice cream ginger and it's absolutely beautiful. Just at far side at bus stop there's public toilets. We're heading forward across the road now. We head forward 50 yards just before we cross over the road, and on our left hand side you've got the Clarendon Hotel. It's a free house, but we haven't got time to stop for there today because it's 3:45, so we've got to knock on. So we go over the road straight forward on the tarmac at the other side. There's just a quick view of it, but we've noticed there's a bridge on your right hand side, a tiny one that goes to the houses. We're just going to go on there and get a quick shot if we can. So we're still on top of the tiny bridge now, just having a look at the river and the beautiful garden on the right hand side. And there's just a quick shot of the lower part of the village. And then just in front of the houses we've got on the right hand side of the bridge we've got a buddleia bush here, and it's absolutely covered in butterflies. We've still got the river on our right hand side and we're going down the track, or the tarmac road. So as you're going down the tarmac track, just look to your right hand side. You can see the rocks and that coming over down into the valley. Looks pretty good to me. We're still on the track, steadily walking uphill, but I thought that were worth a shot there. We've just reached the brow of the hill. We've got a bungalow on the right, but as you can see in front of us there's a bridge crosses over the river. We're crossing over that and going up the track in front of you with the rocks on your right and the river on your left. We're just at Gerry and Ben's holiday cottages. We turn right across the front of the cottages through the gate and over the river. So we're just crossing over the bridge and we decide to look back behind us, behind the holiday cottages, and this picnic tables is like a little pool in front. It looks like a good place for a holiday to me. So we've walked by the bridge about 300 yards, and as you can see right in the distance we're following the track. We're about 10 foot from the river. We just keep heading forward. We've got like a series of about 20 little waterfalls here. It's dropping maybe 30 feet. And on your right hand side we've got a tiny little mine entrance there. There's been a drop of rain in the last day or two. We look to our right hand side and we see a waterfall coming through the bracken. As we're heading forward we can see what looks like spoil heaps in the distance, so we're going to go and check them out. Well, we're stood on one of the spoil heaps now and it looks like we've got some workings here, so we'll go and check them out. As we walk forward 100 yards, just before the workings, we see what looks like an old mine shaft entrance. It's blocked off, but you know, there must have been a lot of industry around here because there's one at the other side as well. So as we slowly make our way forward, we look to our right, and just on the top of the hill there looks like some old buildings. We don't know what they are. And then just down below Looks like there's been a mill here to process the lead before it gets taken away. But there's only the base of the buildings left. And as you can see, it's right next door to the river for power if they needed a water wheeler out turning. We'll press on. We've walked forward through a gate and we're on top of like a big banking that looks as if it's been, you know, the wall of an old reservoir. Walk forward another 100 yards, look to your right. At the top of the hill, with a little stream running in front of it, you'll see some more workings. It's probably that's probably the top of the mine shaft because there's a load of slag in that in front of it. You can go up and have a look if you want. Walk forward another 100 feet, cross over the little stream, and you've got two gates. We take the one straight in front, going uphill between the two walls. So I'll give you a little shot of that. I've got sun right in my eyes, but there's the gate in front of you, so you've crossed over the river or the stream between the two walls and make your way uphill, and it bends round to your right. Walk forward at about another 80 feet uphill, and then it bears a sharp left. You walk between two walls. There isn't much left on the right hand side, but the left's still there, and they've got the telegraph poles on the left hand side. So head forward. We've gone towards Grassington now. If you walk about 30 feet from the wall that's still standing and 50 feet from the telegraph poles, there's a bit of a track up the right hand side, and it's easy going, not into the reeds. We're steadily making our way uphill now, but we look behind, and in the distance you can see some workings. And then if you look to the right hand side of them, you can see another set of workings, and then to the right hand side of them again. We've got a chimney, so there's been plenty of industrial workings round here. This is looking back. We're just heading forward uphill now. We've kept the wall on our left. We're at the top of the hill now, and there's a gate in front. We're going straight through. There's a wall either side, you know, so we'll keep going. We just walked through the gate about 100 feet. And we've spotted a baby hedgehog. He's just crouched down. We've looked all summer for a hedgehog, and here we are. So we'll get a close-up of him. It's only a tiny one. If you look, you can just see him breathing. He's stock still. He's only 3 inch long, 3.5, 4 inch. We'll go a bit further. I think he's a bit scared, so we'll leave him alone. As you can see, we're walking between two walls, and we've got hedgehog behind us, just come through a big massive puddle, and we've got cows in front of us and a little calf there. Look, so we're going to get steady. Obviously when there's calves about, we're not going to get in between the mother and the calf if we can help it. So we're heading forward. We've just come out into an open field, and just look at this for a view here. We always look round and see where the bull is, and we've spotted him, and we give him a good berth, but we'll give you a close-up. There he is. So we've just come through the field with a bull in it, closed the gate. We can see a farm in the distance, and we're going to walk at the right hand side of the farm down the track. We're just following the tracker along the top of the valley. We look to our left hand side and we see Hebden down below, so we think what a cracking picture, and there it is. You do need your camera on this walk. The Yorkshire Dales are fabulous when the sun's out. We keep going. You can see the track we're on here, we've got the telegraph lines on our left, and we're going to bear right and slowly drop down now, so we're probably as high as we're going to be. So, you know, if you're going to get a shot off, this is as good a place as any. We're going through that gate on the right hand side, but just in front of you, just below, I just thought, well, this is worth a shot. You can see the stone wall and you can see the river down below you. Look at that. So it says footpath, Moor Lane, and there's a big like television or some aerial on your right hand side. So just head forward. Just keep walking down the track past the television station on your right, and then about 300 yards before a building with no roof on, you turn left over a stile across the fields back to Grassington, just before a gate. And we just keep crossing the fields now, stile after stile, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. And we've come out now into Grassington, and we're going to give you a quick look round as we go through. And we're at the top of the hill. We're slowly going to head down the high street now and see what we can find out. We haven't got a bed and breakfast yet, so that's what we're looking for, but you know, we might have to move out of Grassington. We haven't got nowhere for tonight, but we'll find some. And here's one of the little side streets. And here we've got Sarah's Secret Garden. Just a nice little frontage there. Looks nice, just outside the Cafe Maison. And we've got a house with like giant insects on the outside there, look. Just at the back of there we've got the Forester's Arms pub. We just keep heading down. Butcher's on your right hand side as well, that's where I'm stood. Well, it's 6:30 at night and we've just got booked in the Forester's Arms pub. So that's great, so we've got a bed for tonight, so we're going to carry on down and finish the film off now. And then just past there on your right hand side you've got the Devonshire Hotel. There's a few people about. We're just at the top of the square now. You know, there's plenty of shops and post offices and restaurants and folk museum. Let's just have a pan to your right. And this is the other side of the square. We're just having a sort of a quick look round just to show you what it looks like. Well, it's 20 to 7 at night now. We've just got our bed and breakfast sorted out at the Forester's pub. Well, we've had a great day filming in the Yorkshire Dales. I hope you've enjoyed our walk from Grassington, Hebden and across the workings and round. You've been walking with a taxi driver today.